Hi guys, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. My country people, finally the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal have given their final judgment. And yes, the judgment was concluded yesterday, being Wednesday, 6th of September. Though the judgment was very lengthy, it took the whole day for the judgment to come to an end. But a lot of people have been reacting when the judgment ruled that Obi and Atiku's petition had no merit to have upheld Tinubu's electoral victory in the February 25th presidential election. So you see, these 5-member panels, they took turns to dismiss the petitions presented by Atiku, Abubakar and Peter Obi against the declaration of Tinubu as the winner of the presidential election by INEC's declaration, of Tinubu being the president on the 1st of March 2023. So my country people, while so many have taken to their social media handles to express their thoughts and their feelings on, the judgment and how far they see it. Meanwhile, Seyi, Mõcks, Atiku, and Peter Obi supporters after the Tinubu's victory. He said, "What a waste." Yes, my country people, the popular comedian Lawrence, aka Seyi, has mocked the supporters of the opposition political parties following the Wednesday's Presidential Election Petition Tribunal judgment. The long-awaited judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal was made on Wednesday, but it did not favor the supporters of Peter Obi and the People's Democratic Party (PDP) candidate Atiku Abubakar. So, yes, victory really smiled at President Bola Tinubu, who was declared the winner of the presidential election by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) on the 1st of March. So it means that the supporters of the president and the All Progressive Congress (APC) would be naturally in a joyful mood, while those of the opposition would be very, very sad. I can tell you that in the camp of the opposition parties, there would be a lot of sadness. But Seyi, for whatever reasons, has remained one of the die-hard supporters of President Tinubu and would have to gloat. So, according to Seyi, have they started crying already? Or are they still hoping for a rerun? What a waste, the comedian wrote on his X shortly after the tribunal ruling on Obi and Atiku's petition. Now, meanwhile, both politicians, through their representatives, have vowed to continue the search for justice at the Supreme Court. They've not given up hope. It seems that the struggle still continues because they won't just, let this issue to slide. But some have said, well, I think a lot of people have said it's best for Nigerians to move forward. They should let bygones be bygones and move forward. It's time to forge ahead. It's time for a fresh beginning. People shouldn't hold on to the past anymore. But meanwhile, Seyi has said no. He will first of all mock the opposition candidates. He has blasted Obi, Atiku, saying what a waste. After all the giri gara, after all the shouting, the raking, at the end, what was the outcome? It was just a total waste, according to Seyi. He said it was a waste. They wasted their time, they wasted their money, their resources, their energy on what? Tribunal case. I look at it now. Everything has ended, and it did not favor them. Obi went home crying. Atiku went home crying. What are they going to do about this? They would have congratulated Tinubu the first time INEC declared him the president-elect. They would have showed concern. Tinubu extended hands of followership towards the opposition, but they rejected and said no, they would challenge his victory. They tried all means to make sure they see to Tinubu's downfall. Now, Seyi said, will there be a rerun? They were expecting a rerun, but no, they never saw anything. So what would now be the fate of Obi? What will be the fate of Atiku? What will be the fate of the opposition candidates? But he personally thinks that this process was actually a waste of time, a waste of energy, and a waste of resources for the both opposition parties, both Obi, both Atiku, even the APM included, that it was a serious waste of time. They would have let bygones be bygones and, accepted the hands of followership from Tinubu. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this issue? But Atiku Abubakar seems not to give up on the struggle just yet. He intends to, further this case even up to the Supreme Court level. Even when the tribunal, the Court of Appeal, have ruled that their petition against Tinubu had no merit, it had no merit to overturn the victory of Tinubu. So, these opposition parties have said they will take this matter to the highest court, which is the Supreme Court. So they will see the outcome of this. Even when the appeal court have said Atiku and Obi's petition, they failed to provide evidence. Even when they were giving serious allegations against Tinubu, they failed to provide concrete evidence. So the court struck out a lot of, petitions, a lot of paragraphs. They were just, kicking it out. Atiku, out. The court talked about the fact that Atiku alleged that Tinubu, drug forfeiture, the forfeiture of $460,000 related to a drug trafficking case. They struck that one out too. So my country people, Seyi has said what a waste, while mocking Obi, while mocking Atiku, the PDP and the Labour Party. What a waste. Guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.